Today we're going to go over the top 5 reports you should be using in your WMS. If you don't know who I am, I'm Brady Agronoff. I'm a co-founder of Warehance. We're a modern WMS. If you're looking for your first WMS or an upgrade from what you already have, go down to the link in the description below. You can sign up for a 60-day free trial, or you can request a demo and we'll go ahead and show you around the product and show you how it will fit your needs. So let's get into it. So the first 2 reports that you want to use kind of go together, and that's going to be the picker and packer report. So we're going to throw them into one item here. So the picker report will allow you to go through and see how your pickers on the warehouse floor are operating in real time. You'll be able to see how many items they've picked total over a time period. You'll be able to see how many items per order they pick, and you'll be able to see how fast they pick. The packer report, on the other hand, is going to be very similar, but it's going to be for your packing stations. So you'll be able to see how efficiently your employees are packing each order, how efficiently they're packing each item, and which methods they're actually using to pack, meaning is that batch shipping, is it going to be zone picking, is it single order shipping, or is it single item batch? The reason the picker and packer reports are going together is because they both allow you to do the same thing in the warehouse, and that's going to be optimized where your employees are. So if you see that somebody's better at packing or picking, and you can see that by how fast are they picking. So if they're picking faster and fewer errors than other employees, you might decide to put them in the picking station or in the picking area. Now, if you have somebody who is horrible at picking and happens to be a very efficient packer, again with few mistakes and with high speed, then you might choose to put them at the packing station instead, and you can optimize your labor. The second report you should be using in your warehouse is the box usage report. It's a very simple report, and it just shows you how many of each of your preset boxes are you using over a certain period of time. Now, this is super useful for forecasting out what you need to order when it comes to your packaging and your boxes and polys and anything that is going to be the outer packaging of your shipments. So again, a very simple report, but one that you should be using to make sure you're optimizing what you're ordering when it comes to your boxes. The next report that you should be using is going to be the locations capacity report. So what is the locations capacity report? This report is going to show you which of your locations are occupied and which ones are available, and then you can also break it down and see what percentage are available and occupied by location type, by whether the locations are pickable or sellable. And the use of this is if you're going to qualify a new lead for your 3PL, for example, or maybe you're choosing to bring in a new product onto your brand, if you're a brand, and you need to make sure that you have storage space in the warehouse to either support that new customer as a 3PL or the new product as a brand. You can look at the locations capacity report and make sure that you have the available space to bring those on. This is a report you can use on the warehouse floor to kind of get a general overview of where your warehouse storage is at, but it's also something that you're mostly going to use when you are, again, qualifying leads or looking at new products that you want to bring onto your brand and making sure that you can support that. Fourth report that you want to be using in your warehouse is going to be the orders aging report. Now, this orders aging report allows you to look at all the stale orders in your warehouse, and you can even filter them down by the reason that they are stale. And what I mean by stale is unfulfilled orders or ones that are stuck either in progress or partially fulfilled, and you can see why these orders are stuck and not getting shipped out of your warehouse. So it allows you to meet SLAs better because you can always go at the end of the day or at any point during the day and say, okay, what orders have been not shipped that should have been shipped at this point? And you can go ahead and look at the reasons why, and then you can resolve those reasons, or you can reach out to your client if you're a 3PL, and you can reach out to that client for anything that they need to resolve in order to get those orders moving along. This is super useful for making sure that you hit your SLAs and making sure that orders get out the door to customers when they should. The fifth and final report that we're going to talk about is going to be the sales by product report. This report is super useful for forecasting out products, and because you can see the sales velocity of each product, so how many have been selling in the last 30, 60, 90 days, even 365 days. And then you can go ahead and see how many days until this is sold out. You can see days still sold out, weeks still sold out, or months still sold out. So if you're a brand and you need to make sure you have product in the warehouse, this is super useful for you because you can go through, forecast that out, and make sure that you order it on time and that it gets there before you run out of the product you already have. If you're a 3PL, this is also super useful because your customers can go in to their client portals in Warehance and they can see their sales by product, so they can forecast out themselves and see what products do they need to order to make sure that you have the product you need to ship their orders out on time. So those are just 5 of the reports that we have in Warehance, but we have a number of other reports that are useful for both 3PLs and their customers as well as brands. If you want to check those reports out before we can make a video on them, go ahead and go to the link in the description below. Again, you can get a 60-day free trial, or you can request that demo and we'll show them to you ourselves. Happy shipping.